Yo, what's good, beautiful people? Party people in the building. What you doing? Okay, I'm sorry. I went a little too far. Welcome to Unbreakable Souls. I am Gene Williams, one of your hosts. Let's bring in the building my brother, Coach G. Gary Newsom. There we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how we start the day. That's how we
That's
start
how
the
we
day.
rolling today, bro. What's up, my man?
I'm great, man. How you doing today?
Man, it's a busy, busy day, man. I'm just excited to be here, man. I had so much going on today, but I'm excited to be here.
I feel you. Same here, man. Same
Hmm.
here. Glad that you were able to make it and glad that everything connected like it's supposed to.
That's right, man. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah, so
yeah,
today
man.
we're gonna
Go
you
ahead.
go ahead, you go ahead, brother.
Well, I was just saying,
I was gonna
Unbreakable
say,
Souls, episode number 4, man. Can you believe we're
yes,
at 4?
man, we're getting up there.
Um,
Woo!
fourth quarter, baby. So,
Right.
men's physical health, though,
Four
what we're tackling
horsemen.
today. That's right, four
Right,
horsemen.
right, there we go.
But yeah, we're tackling men's physical health today, man. So I'm actually,
Very good.
I mean, I'm going to be involved obviously with you, but I'm like, I know this is your area of expertise. So I'm leaning on you heavily
Yeah,
today, my man. You know,
I got you, brother. I got
just,
you.
just spit that wisdom today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So as you know, we always have a framework. We're gonna do a little ad libbing in the middle, give you little
Yep.
more juiciness. You know.
I think we're in a
So I
good
have,
vein today, man. We're in a good vein today.
yeah, agreed. This is gonna be a great one because we're so loose right now. We loosey
Yeah.
goosey. So yeah. All right, man. So we have 10 health tips for men.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
I think it's very important because usually, as we know as men, we tend to ignore our physical health to take care of other people. So
Right.
now we're going to put the men in the forefront and let you know, like, in order for you to be a good provider, a good father, a good confidant, you have to first feed into yourself. So we're gonna give you some health tips. Give you some health tips today,
It's some
brothers.
health tip to the brothers.
Yeah, no, listen, brother.
No, man, but real talk before you even get rolling, I think you started, man. I appreciate that. You started with such a pivotal point that
Yeah,
how many times do men put themselves first? Especially a
rarely.
family man, and you got wife, kids. How many times does a man put himself first? And when I say that, that might sound selfish. Why would you put yourself first? But man, I'm telling you, in the journey of a warrior, I've just learned that how effective I've been over the course of my life, but pouring from a half full or even an empty cup.
Right,
Imagine now if I listen to what you're about to spit at us and I get to a place where I'm pouring from a full cup. I'm pouring from
right.
full capacity. You know what
There
I'm
you
saying?
go.
That's what I'm
Right.
excited about. Now, men got to understand that's why you've got to take care of yourself first, because then that
Yep.
makes you a better husband, makes you a better father, makes you a better businessman. Everything in your sphere that you're doing, you're better because you've taken the time to take care of yourself.
Yep. And that allows you again, like you said, to get from a full cup and helps you to elevate,
Yeah, love.
elevate,
Hey, whoa.
elevate. We climbing.
Yeah, I'm loving that vein we in, man.
Man. Well, yeah. So the first tip, and this is, I'm going to be completely raw with y'all. These first three tips I need to listen to more, even as a fitness professional. I will
Right.
be completely honest with you. So the first tip is find a doctor. Choose a doctor that you're comfortable with so you can openly discuss all aspects of your health, from your mental health to your sexual function to your overall wellness. I know personally, man, listen, I've been avoiding going to the doctor. I'm 42 now, and I don't want to bend over. The sign on my butt says "Do not enter." but I
Man,
know that I know it's necessary to get prostate checks and all of that stuff.
right, right,
So
right.
pray with me, y'all. Pray with me.
Lord help my brother. Help him to bend over, Lord. Help him to bend and spread. Bend and spread, Lord.
It's
Did I
me
say that out
again.
loud, man? Did I say that out loud?
It's me again, because we're all afraid of the doctor. That's why we got to get that exercise on. But there's one thing that we all are sometimes afraid of, and that's the doctor. We don't even want to talk about the drill and the dentist, because anything that's got to do with medicine, we're sitting there going like, nah, we don't like that, because we don't like
Right,
pain. We don't like any of that other
right.
stuff going on. But
Right.
yeah, there's a big time fear of the doctor. So I know a lot of people got fear of the doctor, and will try to avoid that
Yeah.
doctor appointment left and right. And Gene, you're a fitness guy, and I know that even though you're into fitness, that that there are times that they're going for that doctor appointment.
Oh
You're
yeah.
like, nah, I can find anything better
Mm.
to do. I'll go find a book to read versus going to see the doctor.
Right,
Man.
And
right.
all of
And I
those
Yes,
things.
love to
I watched
read.
the video.
Man, right, exactly. Tell me how to do it. Tell me what it looks like or feels like if this is the case.
Yeah,
Come on.
No,
Give it
but
to
real
me.
talk, these guys, when we hit 50, I'm 53. When you hit
Man.
50, man, that what you just were laughing about is real talk and real life. Because now that
Yeah.
prostate exam is now mandatory. I think you
Right.
said you're 43, so it still might be an
42.
optional thing for you. But once you hit 50, man, every time you're in the doctor, they're talking about your prostate, man. They're like, hey,
Right.
come on,
and
let me
we
get
just
let me get my gloves on.
at Coach G, we just lost a major gentleman to prostate because Dexter King, Dr.
Yes.
King's
Really.
son,
Yes.
one of the two of the
Yes.
four, just
Yep.
recently passed. I think that it was heart ailments that caused one of his sisters to go, and this time it was prostate that is what took Dexter King out of this
Yes.
world and all along those lines. So
Yep. That was
definitely we got
just
Wow.
that
Tuesday,
going
wasn't
on
it?
in that space and
Yeah,
everything.
right.
But then you got a lot of people that, like y'all said, they want to go online and figure out that cure, so they can figure out that they can go telemed or the computer medicine, and that's not going to help.
There's only one way, Mark.
WebMD. WebMD. WebMD.
Yeah, web this. There's only one way.
No. No. Relax. Relax. I can't. I can't relax. I'm trying to. This is the relaxing I'm going to get. Do your job.
Yep. It is a necessity, though.
You sound like you had a
I
recent
know.
visit, bro.
I haven't. I've been avoiding it. I've been
Oh,
listening
ditto,
to other
man.
people tell me stuff, and I'm like, bro, I don't know. I just, can you tell me what it's supposed to feel like? I don't want the thing in my booty. I'm
No, it's
nervous, Raymond. I'm
Hey,
nervous.
Gene, I heard something where, and I don't know what the coach G's got to say about this, but they were talking about how some people gonna get the doctor examine it, but I'd also heard that sometimes people want to get that pre-exam and they are comfortable with letting have their women probe around that area and do like some pre-exam. And I'm sitting there going like, I don't know how I feel about that. Do you want your women probing around that area as well? Because I did hear that there are some people that will let their women do the pre-exam and figure out if you got to go see the doctor, because they might be you might be more comfortable with your lady than you are with the doctor.
you know what, Mark? That's such a good point. Um, I'll just throw this out there since we're talking about the doctor. So, are men more apt? First of all, men don't go to the doctor, but when we do go, are you
Right.
more comfortable with a female doctor or a male doctor?
Mm.
And I think for me, just in general, I'm way more comfortable with a female doctor than I am a male doctor. I'm more trusting of a female doctor. And I think my reasoning is why is because of some of my trauma. Most of the trauma I've had in life comes from the hands of men. And,
I got it.
my mother was very loving and kind and nurturing. So I gravitate more for care anyway, a
Right.
woman. So I think a man's trauma expressions or experiences will lead and guide him into that answer of that question. But where are you guys land with that?
Good point. Good point. Good point.
Well, I've had some good
Uh,
doctors that have been men and women. I mean, our dentist was definitely a man dentist, but definitely along or male dentist. But I think I could be comfortable with a woman examining me and all along those lines. But sometimes there's also that ego thing that we go into as well. So sometimes that woman examining you got to be bare naked and she's not related to you or not involved with you and everything. So there's some of that goes on as well with the women and the male ego and all of those. So sometimes you see they go like, wait a minute, do I really want this woman to examine me? So I'm just being honest.
Mark, did we just change the rating of the show?
Right.
No, I'm just being honest with how so.
Women went hard.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta back up and put a disclaimer in this conversation now.
I'm just being honest. But, you know, some people are very much have that sexist view, and I do think it's a sexist view that they don't want a woman to handle them because it is sometimes considered to be a more sexist view because they are not comfortable with a woman examining them that they're not involved with. And like I said, it's a very sexist view, but unfortunately, we know in our society and even in the Latin society and others, that can be a prominent type of viewpoint.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And
So
go ahead, Gene.
So for me to answer the question, I don't want nobody's finger in my booty. I don't care if it's a woman, if it's a man. I don't care. I don't want it in there. It's not supposed to go in. So
It's smaller.
It's only come out. You're right. Yeah, I know, but you know what? God.
Okay, we
Whatever,
digress.
man.
Because we're having
Whatever.
fun over this, but it's serious. It's serious business.
Yeah.
Prostate cancer is serious
Yeah.
business. So
Right. It is very serious. I'd say a woman probably, but I don't care. I mean, you know, I already stated what I feel, but I know I'm gonna have to do it. Hold my hand. Just hold my hand. Hold my hand first.
right.
But yeah, I definitely will go get that done. I know it needs to be done. I'm 42, going into 43 this year, so you know, yeah, I'll get it done. My girlfriend is like, "Oh, you going? You going?" I'm like, "You gonna make me go? Yeah, I'll make you go. How you gonna figure that one out?" Anyway, I'm gonna do it because it's right.
Right.
Come on, guys. Yeah, help me out. Support the brother.
Hey, Gene, if it makes you feel better, and maybe y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I was actually looking at some places that you can get some of these exams done, even here in North Carolina, and some of the initial exams. Now you will probably have to get what Coach G is talking about in that serious glove in the hand accident, all along those lines. But some of those initial exams to determine whether you need it or not are able to be done and able to be done less evasively and all along the lines of that way. Because I did hear that there were some places like with some of the universities here, like UNC and others, that they can at least get an initial feel as to whether you need the more serious surgery. So hopefully that can be done because there are ways to do it less evasively, particularly in this modern day. But Coach G, you would know better than I, but I do understand that there are some initial exams that might be less evasive.
I don't know much about that anyway. So I'm going to spit this. You know, I'm a stat guy. So according to the American Cancer Society, prostate cancer is the most common cancer among men in the United States. Wow. I didn't know that. It is estimated that about 1 in 9 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer during their lifetime. It's important to consult reliable sources of medical professionals for the most up-to-date and accurate information. And just, I guess, I know I'm being silly, but in the midst of my trauma story that we've talked about in the journey of a warrior, I had a prostate scare. I was 100 pounds overweight. I had blood pressure issues. My body was going crazy. What could go wrong? I was borderline diabetic. I mean, it was all kind of stuff. And the next thing in line was prostate cancer. And I had just started losing weight, eating clean, exercising. And the doctor was like, you know what? I need to do this. We put it off long enough, just like we were just talking about, Gene. And I took the test. And then I got bad news. My numbers were high. And then I had to test again in a few months, and my numbers were double. And now I had to test one more time. And at this point, now he's going to start to do deeper work, biopsy, all that stuff. If my number came back high again. But at this point, I had started that regiment that I know you're probably going to talk about, my exercise every day, my sleeping, my clean eating, lots of fluids, a lot of water every day. When I came back in for that third visit, my numbers had gone below, I think by 2 or 3 points below the danger level. And then I had
Yeah.
another, he pushed me out another 3 months, and now I was no longer in danger anymore. So I know
Okay.
we're being
Yeah.
silly, but that was a real time, real life scare for me.
Right. Gotcha.
And I
Yeah.
actually got a call from the nurse, and there was a gentleman who had a similar name to me and mixed up our results.
Oh,
And I went from thinking, oh, my numbers are going down, to thinking I have stage 3 cancer.
yikes.
And then get a call back an hour later, and she's like, Mr. Newsom, we gave you the wrong numbers, wrong person's information. But then
Yikes.
I'm joyful and excited, but then I'm
Right.
terrified for this other man who's about to
Right.
find out he has stage 3 cancer.
Yeah.
So
Man.
it's real, man. It's a real thing out there that men face
Yeah.
every
You're
day.
right.
1 out of 9, that's the stat.
Man.
1 out of 9. And it is the leading cause of death for cancer in men in America.
Yeah. It makes sense, especially by the way we eat. I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can definitely imagine. All right. So, guys, let's all go. Let's make a collective move to the doctor to get the prostate check. I will go. I will bend over and I will relax as much as I can.
Bend and clap,
Okay.
bro. Bend and clap. Or is it bend and
Are
cough?
you starting a new
Start
trend?
doing right.
Are we gonna have the prostate bus? So we're gonna have the buses gonna take everybody down there. It's just gonna be a bus opposed to carry
Hey.
everybody to the doctor.
Hey, by any means
I
necessary,
mean,
we got to do to
right.
get people to the doctor.
Yep.
Yeah. Lord. You're right.
Maybe in
though.
our
I
wrap
think
up, we need to bring a doctor on here, or we need to work towards starting a campaign to get men to sign up, and just on your word, on the oath, I am my brother's keeper, that we go do
Right.
that. We make that pledge to one another.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. Let's do that. That's
Yeah.
definitely a positive movement that needs to be done. So yeah, you're right. You're right. All right. All right. So we here, the Unbreakable Souls will begin a movement to have brothers go on to the doctor, getting that prostate check and everything else. I mean, why
Right.
not?
Right. Why not?
It's better to know, and this is something I'm going to say later on down the line. It's better to know than not to know.
Right.
Gene, did you hear that, Gene? Yes, I heard it. Okay. Okay. Then we're going to go to the doctor, right? Yes. Okay.
Jane, go to the doctor. No, real talk. I'm going to, man. I'm gonna get me an appointment. I'm gonna get me an appointment set up.
All right. All right.
We'll keep
I'm
it
just
moving, bro.
saying it. Right. There we go. All right. So step number 2, make regular appointments with this doctor. Just because you're feeling well doesn't mean that you are well.
Right.
As was just stated by our brother here. Men are notorious for being in denial about aspects of their health, and society has created a false narrative that asking for help is a weakness, and silence and denial are strength. So we're here to definitely break that paradigm. We're going to the doctor. We're gonna make sure that we have everything checked out, do those physicals that we need to, whatever, just to make sure that we're in good standing. If not, we do the work to get there.
Because we're
Can I get
silently
a-
dying.
Yeah, facts. Big facts.
Silently dying, man. That's just crazy over things that we can get
Prevent.
treated for.
Yep. Yep. Big facts. Say that, brother G. Say that, brother. Woe shine. Woe shine.
Well, I love
Right.
what you said too about men are notorious for being in denial.
Right.
And we're not talking about denial. We're talking about denial. I mean,
Right.
we're talking about us knowing you know your body, bro.
Right.
You know when something's wrong. You're not feeling good. Something's not functioning properly. But we just
Right.
push it to the side. We get too busy. We ignore it. We
Right.
pop a pill or we take a drink. We hit
Right.
that bud, whatever, and
Take a nap.
keep it moving.
Right.
But
Yeah.
we got to address those
I'm
issues.
notorious for taking a nap. I feel better when I wake up.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta make that move. You're right. All right. So, and you just actually touched on the third point. Do not ignore symptoms. Like you said, we know our bodies and we know when something is not right.
Right.
So, whether the symptoms seem major or not, go to your primary care physician and verify that the symptoms are indeed nothing. Most lasting health issues and death can be prevented by being informed. Do not self-diagnose. No
Right.
WebMD.
Or
I
self
know.
MD.
Right, there we go. Either way. Exactly. All right. So my favorite right here. Number four, tip number four is work out regularly and diversify your workouts. There's a
Wow. Yeah.
whole there's a whole reason for this. So in order to keep your body operating at optimal levels, it is important to exercise at least 3 to 4 times a week for 30 to 60 minutes each time. Even if you have to break it up into several 5 to 10 minute increments throughout the day. Either way, you're moving, you're creating
Okay.
a habit, you're building muscle, and you're pushing yourself closer to your goal. Like I said, even 30 minutes works.
It's me again, Jen. You mean sitting at my chair and walking around and looking at nature is not a form of exercise? I actually have to go run and I actually have to go do something that's physical. I can't just sit there and read that book that you were
Right,
talking about
No.
and actually
right.
sit there and sit at my desk and call that exercise. Drats, you're
Nah.
totally ruined my day because I thought that this was a form of exercise, sitting at the desk and everything. You mean I've actually got to
Nah.
actually move the body?
Here we
Yeah.
go. Exactly.
Mark, we appreciate that full disclosure there, but
Right,
nah,
right.
that ain't happening.
No. How about you get up and do some squats and then do some push-ups? There we go.
And then read
I
your
have to
book
do
because
some
now you're doing
squats
full
again.
body.
Right,
Then
right.
do
There
a
we
full
go.
body.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
sitting there and going to that refrigerator to get that sandwich is not a form of exercise the way that some people think it is, and all of
Yeah.
that.
Other
Yeah.
side.
Yeah,
Right.
totally agree. Yeah,
Working the biceps.
yeah.
Right. There we go.
And it's not exercise when I push the remote control because I do that quite a
No.
bit for the TV. So that's not
No. No, sir.
exercise.
Access denied. So go to the next step. Be sure to switch up your workouts often to continue to make progress and stave away plateaus. A lot of times we
That's
do
really
the
good.
same things over and over again
Yeah, that
and
was really
expect to
good,
get
bro.
different results.
Yeah.
Hasn't it been said doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results is insanity?
Yes.
Okay, so you got it.
Man, that's
Vary
such a good
between
point, man.
Yeah, vary between strength training, cardiovascular exercise, yoga, plyometric exercise, and whatever is practical for your body and your abilities. So if you have knee issues, you don't want to be doing plyometric work where you have to jump and your body absorbs the shock. Find something that challenges your body the same without causing further injury. And maybe down the line, once you get that strength together and that balance and get your ligaments and tendons and joints opened, and maybe you can go to that. But right now, honor where you are, work within your capacity, challenge yourself to do more little by little. Incremental change over time is lasting, as opposed to trying to make quantum leaps, you know, and then you fall off the wagon. Now, you want to be consistent, so do something a little bit more every day. You did 5 minutes this week, do 10. All right, you do 15. All right,
Mm.
do 20 now. So yeah, just keep pushing yourself. Do things that are challenging enough without causing injury to yourself. The tendency is
Okay.
we want to go crazy and start lifting everything in the gym. Nah, if you haven't worked out in 3, 6, 9, 12 months, don't expect to go in there and just do something crazy. Start off slow. Get your muscles used to it again. And then
Okay.
start increasing. Increasing rep range, different exercises, just slowly create
That's
a
good,
habit.
man.
Yeah.
That's good teaching. So, man, for the novice, you got I can't remember what it's called. It's a black and yellow book, and it's
Mhm.
for just about everything. If you're doing computer training,
Right.
computer
Yeah, yeah.
training for dummies. If you're doing bookkeeping,
Right.
bookkeeping for dummies.
Right.
Basketball for dummies. So
Right.
let's assume everybody is that dummy on that book.
Right.
What what are some examples of simple beginning strength training that the men can do that maybe haven't done exercise in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years or more? What are some
Gotcha.
examples of strength training?
For sure. So actually, that's a good start. So especially if you haven't worked out at all in that time, I would start with body weight exercise.
Oh,
Yeah, I would start with body weight exercise. You want to get those muscles used to moving again. Get those joints and ligaments. So let's say start off with 50 push-ups a day, 50 squats, maybe 2 planks for a minute. You can break those 50 push-ups into 10 push-up increments. Do that 5 times over the day or over a certain amount of time. Same thing with the squats. And then you with the planks, if you have to bring it down to like 30 seconds, do 2 sets of 30 seconds to get 1 minute. Then you do another set of those.
that's
There's
really
ways
good.
to make it work for you without overdoing it. You don't want to start down here and then you want to go to the top of the mountain. You'll fall off easy, or you'll tear something up. So I would start with body weight exercises, push ups, pull ups, body weight squats, planks. You know, anything where you have to float your feet and bring your core in. Anything that activates the core without releasing. We do sit ups and stuff, and you get to the top and you release the muscles, and you go to the bottom and you release. So I would suggest like bicycles are great because you have that constant motion.
Okay.
Those muscles stay taut. And the thing is, our abdominal muscles are more assisted. You get more work out of them when you're doing something else for other muscle groups. And you stand there and you keep your core tight. That's
Right.
actually how you build those muscles. That's how you build them more than do. I mean, doing ab, uh, abdominant workouts are great too, but you use your muscles naturally in your core, which is your whole abdominal wall, your internal external obliques, and your lower back. That's your core. It holds
Okay.
your spine upright.
Right.
So you have to strengthen that whole thing. All your ab muscles, your internal external obliques, and your lower back to help your spine stand erect.
Is that why some men
So
are moving forward, bend over?
right,
Okay.
right,
And I think
because
some of the
it
things that you just shared are things that we, to Mark's point, that I could actually do
Mhm.
right here in the office.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Just create yourself a little bit of space. Do some squats, do some push-ups, go back to work. And okay, 30 minutes later or whatever the time frame is for you,
Yeah. In
do
between
another
students.
set. Right. There you go. Exactly.
Okay.
And you got a whole workout in while you are at work, so it's sufficient. You don't have to go
Wow.
to a gym and lift all the weights, and that's cool when you have the time for it. But to be efficient to make sure you get it done, stuff like push-ups, pull-ups, squats, planks, bicycles, rear, shoot, what do you call it? Reverse. I'm sorry, reverse knee crunches, where you lean back in your chair, you scoot to the edge, and you bring your knees up.
Mm-hmm.
That works that hard to get lower abdominal region. As we get older, we store fat there. And that's the hardest part to leave. So things like reverse crunches, like I just did, will help hit that area. You can do things like alternate the knees, or pull them out straight. I mean, there's so many things you can do at the office where we spend most
Man,
of our time. Yeah,
bruh, I think a gold mine for you would be creating an at the office workout. I don't know if you've thought
I'll
about
write
that.
that down. I have
Write that
not.
down, bruh, because I'm
I like it
thinking
right there.
that can be Unbreakable Souls office workout
I like that.
created by Gene.
Hey, I appreciate that, brother. Writing it down right now.
Yeah. And we can film
At the
that and
office.
narrate that. I'll jump in and spit some stats to the people.
There we go. Oh, that's the
I
spot
gotta find a
playing.
place for me in there too,
There we go. Hey, wiki. I love that idea though. That's dope. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's build that.
Let's
Let's
discuss
build
it.
that for the
Yeah.
men. What I
That'd be
want, what
fun,
I
man.
like us to do, I want us to do, and what I want us to be known for is we're just not two men to get on here and share and talk back and forth. And I know that's important, but that we actually
Right.
have practical things that men can go out and
Right.
do after they get
Right.
off the air with us. That we can
Right.
give them examples. They can, hey, go, here's the video on the webpage. Go check that out. This is what he was talking about.
Right.
So let's
Yeah.
build it, man.
Definitely.
Build it and they'll
Yeah.
come.
I love it. And I teach a chair yoga class as well where I incorporate Yeah, right. So yeah, okay. I see you, brother. Let's do it.
Let's
Let's
do it.
build some greatness. Yeah, I like that, man. Okay. Yeah.
Well, then quickly, I
Yeah.
guess, what are some cardiovascular exercises we could do?
Man, simple stuff like jogging in place, um, jumping jacks, and you can even modify. Like for instance, if you have knee or ankle issues or foot issues, instead of jumping, you can just go up to one side, have the leg come out, and just keep a rhythm. You do that over time, you're gonna raise your heart rate. The goal is to build a strong. When you do cardiovascular exercise, it's actually building up the strength of your heart and its ability to absorb oxygen from your blood. Right, exactly. And you're moving. You can
I,
do lateral movements.
I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna do this while you talking.
Hey, it works. That's a good example. See, and if you want an example, go get Coach G. um, Side to side lateral movements is good. You can do, just shuffle side to side about 3 steps, and then shuffle back the other way.
Okay,
Touchdown.
that reminds me of
Anybody can do
defensive
that.
slides in basketball.
Exactly. And so you can do the same thing. You can do rebounds. You go forward a few steps, then backward a few steps.
Okay,
Same thing with DB drills. So, stuff like that you can take from sports related exercises that you can do in a small space. You don't need a lot of space for that. You can do that right in your office. If you step out, I don't know how your office is set up. There's a space between two walls. You can go back and forth about 3 steps and do that. Stay low, keep your core engaged, head up like you would tell them on the field,
oh yeah,
and
I'm
then
looking
go
at my
forward.
workout space right here, right now.
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
starting on Monday.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And that's simple stuff. Like I said, you can do that anyway. You do it at home. You can do it while if you watch TV, or even if you watch a podcast. Listen to a podcast, or you know, maybe doing a commercial break, or while they're talking, you could be doing some workout while listening to some educational things.
Yep, mind, body,
Something
soul.
you can do. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay,
So yeah.
that's
Yep.
good stuff, man. I appreciate you sharing that with us, man. Being real with us.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of the best workout classes that I've done are in cramped spaces at offices, just to show people like you don't have to have a lot of space. You just got to be smart about spacing, and you just get the work done.
Right,
You
right.
can do it in 30. You can do a 30-minute workout, still have time for a 30-minute lunch break. You know what I'm saying? You have an hour lunch break, take 30 minutes to work out, go eat your food, go clean yourself up, get back to work, and you're gonna be energized and be
Yeah.
invigorated because you actually moved your body, and that helps release that feel good endorphin,
Hmm.
that high, that workout high. So
Yeah.
now you get to go back to work with that.
So
Yeah,
you're no longer drinking coffee.
right.
You get that
Exactly. You had
natural
that.
high.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to do
Yeah.
the hour office workout, the 30-minute office workout,
Right.
the morning when you get to the office workout, the end of the
The morning
day
stretch.
evening workout.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Let's do all of that.
All right, let's
Let's do
do it,
all of
man.
that. Yeah.
But
I'm
I
feeling
know
good
we
about
do all that stuff, man. But I mean,
it.
surely we got to eat right.
Brother, you already know. So you led me right into the next
Well,
point.
I'm just thinking, brother, getting hungry, doing all this
You
workout. I'm getting
know
hungry.
exactly what I'm gonna eat. What I'm gonna eat. Uh, so to be completely clear, 85% of the journey towards fitness is in the kitchen. Is in what you eat.
85%.
85%.
That's
Yep.
a pretty good stat.
Right. Yeah. Like the saying goes, you can't outwork a bad diet. So you
Mm,
can eat, you can work out as much as you want to, but if you're not eating quality nutrients and vitamins and things of that nature, bro, you waste your time. Your arteries are still shrinking. You still have a calcification. Uh, I'm sorry, in your cholesterol. That's what I was thinking of. Cholesterol is going to be crazy high because you're eating, rallies, Burger King every day,
oh,
double whoppers and,
oh.
and all of that stuff. You got to get some quality nutrients.
So that's the garbage
So
in, garbage out mentality.
exactly, you are what you eat.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So the next point is eat to thrive. Did you hear that? Eat to thrive. All right. So focus on quality nutrients rather than calories, and eat a variety of healthy foods. You can't achieve optimal nutrition without quality choices.
Okay.
Be sure to, consume quality proteins like chicken, turkey, fish, lamb, duck. Buffalo's a good one. Deer
Yes.
can be good.
Yeah.
Right, right. And that's if you eat meat. If you're a vegetarian or a vegan, you can replace meat with beans, nuts. What is
Carnivore. You talking?
that? And get you a buffalo burger, brother.
Oh, I love
You
Buffalo
ever had
Burger,
it?
man.
Okay.
I love
I've
a
never had
Buffalo Burger.
one, but I had a buffalo beef jerky one time, and I was like,
Yeah. But I'm moving into the space which I did this last week where you're headed and you're talking about the beans. I made a big
yeah,
old pot of beans and did put meat in it. Seasoned it up
there you
real
go.
good.
Right,
Man,
right.
fire.
And the beauty of beans is that you get a quality source of protein, a quality source of fiber, and a quality source of healthy fat.
Mm.
So your body's going to be, and so the dope thing about like being a vegetarian, a lot of people bag on vegetarians, but in the foods that vegetarians and vegans eat, uh, the foods possess, for instance, beans, black beans are my favorite, or
Oh, okay.
garbanzo beans. Black beans are chickpeas are great, or they're also called garbanzo beans.
I never
So
had
they
those.
have, yeah. So the problem with a lot of foods that like the meat and whatnot is that you have the great source of protein. You may have some of them have healthy sources of fat, but the deal is you don't have the magnesium and zinc in the meat itself to help your body actually process the food. So that's why, like when a person eats beef, it takes 14 to 17 days to get out of their system. Pork is
Wow.
12 to 14 days,
Okay.
and the time that it takes for food to start to decay in your body is about 2 to 3 days. So you got to think about that. You've eaten, you know, pork ribs or beef ribs or whatever. So your body's going to process that for 14 days while you stuff other things on top of it. So
Oh.
you wonder why after we get a certain age we start to have gastrointestinal issues because we're not fully eliminating the foods that we're consuming or they're
Oh,
sitting
okay.
right. So I would suggest even if you are a carnivore, um, try to regulate it to no more than 2 to 3 days a week.
Okay.
And the other days, fill yourself up with things like beans, dark leafy greens. Dark leafy greens should be at least 50% of your plate. Any meal that you're eating, 50%. Spinach, kale, purple cabbage, romaine is good. Um, broccoli is excellent.
Oh,
Broccoli is actually a great source of calcium. And
okay.
your body, again, broccoli has in it the magnesium and the zinc, so that your body is able to download it and use it for your bones.
What about asparagus?
That's another great one. Another
Oh,
great
yeah.
one.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
you
another great one.
greens in
You're messing
that
with me
category?
again. You mean I cannot have my diet of tea and fast food? That is not allowed. Have my diet
No,
of tea and fast food?
no, sir, absolutely not. I mean, every once in a while, you're allowed to have a treat day, but you
Okay.
don't want to make that an everyday habit.
Okay.
For instance, sweet tea. I love sweet tea, but if you drink it too much, the sugar builds up inside of your arteries,
Right.
and your arteries become hard, which is what diabetes is.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
Also, when your body is not able to process sugar in your system, it stores it as fat. So if you're working out, it's kind of productive if you're consuming a lot of sugar.
Well, there's probably, when you say, since we're talking about food, there's probably sugar in everything we eat.
Yeah, if it's processed, yeah, if it's
Okay.
processed. But so there's a difference because so fructose is natural. Fructose is the sugar that comes from your fruit. Um, Now, sucrose is it's manufactured sugar. Like we have granulated sugars uh, that we have in all of our foods that are processed. Um, that's why it's better to have farm foods or natural stuff as much as possible. I know it's not easy for everybody, but if you want to get some food, you want to get quality over quantity. You know, just because it tastes good don't mean it's good for you.
Right, right. In most cases, if it tastes good, it ain't
Right,
good for you.
right.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you know how to cook, you know how to cook. You know how to put your foot in it. You know, you can see
I mean,
exactly. See,
my beans
I
that
can
I was
cook,
talking
brother.
about, my beans, my
Right.
greens, man, I can put my foot some
Yes,
stuff.
sir. You put some foot in it.
Yeah,
Coach G is putting his
toes.
foot in it, putting the toes, putting the whole crust in it, just getting everything in there and everything, just gonna
Yeah,
make it
man.
taste like it's
Get
from
the heel in
Louisiana.
there.
Yeah,
Right.
he said we needed all the nutrients.
Yes, all of them.
All the nutrients.
And I might be eating it and doing this.
Tone down. Oh, my bad.
Oh boy, just eat it
Oh,
anyway, bro.
man. Right, exactly. Hey, swallow that. What you asked for it for? What you asked for it for?
Your stomach will break it down.
Right.
Well,
Oh,
Gene, I'm not a
God.
big fan of this dish that I'm getting ready to mention, but you mean to tell me that those folks that like their fried chicken and their chitlins, that's not good for their health diet and all those lines? Because you got some folks that love their chitlins and their barbecue.
Boy.
I'm in Kansas
Them
City. That
chitlins, boy.
barbecue, man. Woo, that's what we known
Yeah.
for.
Yeah. Once a week. Once a week.
So
Because again, it's probably like what? Pork or beef? So that's going to take 12 to 14 or 14 to 17 days to process in your body.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what
true.
I mean?
Hey, Coach C,
Yeah.
I gotta ask you, and I know y'all are talking about fitness and everything, but since you hit the food topic, which is better, Kansas City barbecue, North Carolina barbecue, or Texas barbecue?
you asking that as a question? As if there's a competition or something?
Some
I
people in
mean,
North Carolina would argue that there is a competition.
Kansas City
Ooh,
barbecue
Lord.
is king. Not only we king of jazz, we're king of Q. I mean, just
Lord.
come. Come on, Mark, Gene. Y'all just need to come.
I mean,
We can
what?
talk all day. It's in the
Hey, some
title.
people say that Tennessee has got some good barbecue.
Well, people can say all they want. The proof is in the. Come on, what's up?
I mean, listen, y'all can have at the barbecue. If they can give me some vegetables that taste good this barbecue, I'm game
No,
with that.
I've modified, as you said. I eat a ton more. I mean, I love my greens now.
Yes,
Spinach,
sir. Yes,
asparagus, broccoli. I love all that stuff.
Hey, Gene, is speaking of things that people like that are southern, is some good old fashioned potato salad allowed?
Hmm.
on occasion, yeah. On
And then
occasion, a lot of carbohydrates in there.
what about, and you talking about potatoes? So white potato, sweet potato.
Right.
That's a good one.
All right. So rule of thumb as it pertains to anything, when it comes to potatoes, when it comes to anything, you want stuff that is melanated, deeply melanated.
Okay.
Um, you want instead of white sugar, you want brown sugar. That'd be way better for you. Or even sugar in its raw form, that's brown as well. Um, when it comes to rice,
And you're not talking about sugar from a brother,
no,
brown sugar, right? You're not talking about that.
right?
Okay. Okay.
Brown
Well,
sugar,
just
babe.
just clarifying. Okay.
Well, that sugar good for you too. You know
That's
what I
some good
mean? Just
sugar,
don't get
bro.
an overdose. Don't,
Right. Right.
come on now.
Right. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Uh,
interrupt.
nah, you good, bro. So as it pertains to rice, you want to go with black rice is actually the best. Black rice is a superfood.
I've never heard of
Has all
that.
the pro, yeah, it has all the protein, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, omega 3 fatty acid, all of that good stuff that you need in it. Yep. Brown rice is the next
Okay.
in the phylum. Um, and then white rice is you want to leave that alone right there. It's just basically plastic. that builds up in your arteries and in your digestive tract.
Wow. And I can find black
Um,
rice in any grocery store, or I got to go to a specialty store?
uh, in most grocery stores, actually, if you look by it'll be close to the dirty rice area. All of that stuff is in the same area. So you
Okay.
gotta look specifically for black rice. It'll be actually closer to brown rice.
Okay. Lesson learned today.
Yeah, yeah. So I actually used to find it all the time at a low. I don't know if y'all have Kroger where you
Not
all
here.
are.
I've heard of Kroger, but
Right. So we have that, and it's right by the brown rice and white rice and jasmine, and uh, man, they got basmati rice and all of that stuff. Yeah.
okay. Man, I
Um,
appreciate that, bro.
I say sweet potatoes are the best. Yeah.
Okay.
Are the potatoes. Um, all your vegetables, the darker they are, the better. The more nutrients that they have. You know, we all love in the southern states. We love white cabbage, but guess what tastes better and is better for you? That purple cabbage
See, I just made
that you see
cabbage
in
soup.
coleslaw. Yeah. So you ever made it with you make it with the purple cabbage?
I made it with purple. I made it actually with both, but I added the
Yeah,
purple this time.
yeah. It got a better taste to it, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
love purple cabbage.
you know that
You
darkness bring that flavor. You know what I'm saying?
know what I'm saying? Bring that
Mm,
flavor. You know what I mean?
flavor,
Don't even get it
flavor, play. Yeah.
twisted. Yes, sir. All right, man. Oh, okay. We can cut. All right. So let's move
But
on to the. Oh, I- go ahead. Go ahead,
well,
brother.
no. So it just I think a lot of the times we eat foods and get full, and we think we're full, and maybe it's not the fact that we're full. It's just the fact that we ate the wrong food that starts to make
Right.
us sleepy.
Right.
So
Heavy.
maybe talk
You're
about that a
dehydrated.
little bit.
Got you. Got you. All right. So, all right. So, things that do that are a lot of carbohydrates, and this we do a lot of that. So in the rule of thumbs to be healthy, if you want to cut out all carbohydrates after 2 p.m., all the rices,
Wow.
all the pastas, all the breads after 2 p.m., you want to cut it out. The reason why is after 2 p.m., your metabolism slows down. So if you want to
Ah,
have a carbohydrate, you want to do that either first thing in the morning or around noon. So your body has time to use that sugar as energy to
right.
propel you forward.
Okay.
Right. But if you don't, then your body, after 2 o'clock, your body begins to store sugar as fat and you start to feel sluggish. It's like getting that sugar high and you crash. Same
Right.
thing with the breads, pastas, all of that stuff. Which is why people have a lot of gluten allergies now. You know, you have that stuff sitting around in your system for long periods of time, and it causes people who have gastrointestinal issues or even like celiac disease that'll cause them to have, more issues with gastro.
Well, I noticed too. One of your points is prioritizing sleep. So what does that
Oh, yeah.
mean?
Well, first let me finish this as well. Also with water, we do not consume
Oh,
enough water.
yeah.
You want to, yeah, yeah, yeah. You want to consume about 50. I sit. Now don't look back there. I see you. There we go. Excellent, excellent. But the goal is to consume at least 50% of your body weight in fluid ounces every day. And
Wow.
if you exercising, you want to make sure you get more.
Okay.
So for me, I weigh about 230, so I want to get about 115 uh, fluid ounces of water every single day.
Okay.
And on days I work out, I need more. I need about 150.
So half my weight.
Right.
Okay, that's a
And
good point.
and because your body is 80% water, if you don't replenish that water with fresh water, then you get what's called, well, what I call a swamp system, where
Ugh,
your body, right, where your body is just holding on to old water, and then it begins to, you start to have issues with urinary tract, and it's crazy. Your body just,
infection.
yeah, right,
Okay.
exactly, because it's just holding in stuff that it's supposed to get out. That's why you can't urinate because you're not drinking enough water. You drink sodas all the time, that'll actually lock you up because
Ooh.
the urethra and all that stuff and all the arteries shrink.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, the next point was like you said, prioritize sleep. You should try to get approximately 6 to 8 hours of sleep daily. That's not something that you should even compromise upon. Sleep deprivation negatively affects your mood, your ability to focus, and your overall ability to function.
I know I don't get enough sleep.
Yeah,
I got to get
I
back
don't
to a regular
consistently.
routine.
Right. Yeah. I admit I'm not. I don't always get 6 to 8 hours, but when I do, I feel like, man, okay, I'm
Yeah, you feel
ready.
like
But on days
Superman.
I'm, man, da, 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 but on days I don't, I'm just like feel like I'm walking in quicksand all day
Right,
long,
right.
man. And that also it also throws off the chemical makeup of your body. So then, after you do that for so long, you may start to experience depression or anxiety
Mm.
issues because again, it throws you off balance.
So our sleep and our food probably are addressing some of the points that we've talked about over the first 3 weeks.
Right. Agreed.
Hmm.
Man, so yeah, emotional issues are determined by the food that you eat, by the chemical makeup.
Okay.
If you pay attention, there are medications that that is a chemical that gives you balance when you have depression or uh, bipolar disorder or something like that. So the foods that you eat produce the chemicals that help your body operate the right way. If you eat bad food, you get bad things. If you eat great food, then you get great results. You have a great mindset. You have uh, great mental capacity. And when you
Hey,
start yourself
Gene,
along,
along those same lines, I keep hearing people talk about it, and I've been hearing them talk about it for years. This notion of people eating not because they're hungry, but just because they want to
Right.
stimulate something in their mind or kind of like use it as a pacifier and all
oh
along
yeah,
those lines. Because I know a lot of times you will already be filled, and then you'll be like, I got to get that extra piece of cake. I got to get that extra
right,
cookie or that extra whatever. But sometimes it is comfort food. It is not because you are
right.
actually hungry. And I know that they say one of the worst things you can do, even though I know I've been guilty of it, and probably you two gentlemen have been guilty of it as well, is raiding that refrigerator at midnight when we don't need to be raiding that refrigerator. But all of a sudden, that
Yeah.
little desire comes out there, and you're like, hey, I got that leftover piece of chicken that I had, and I need to go ahead and finish it.
Uh, so you know what? Actually, depends upon what you're eating at a certain time. Like if you were to get like a chicken breast that was grilled and you eat it like in the midnight, then your body will process the protein and help you build muscle. But if you're eating something like
Oh.
cake or yeah, it's all about what you eat. If you're eating like a chicken salad late at night, your body's gonna process that good food and give you good results. But if you eat some crap like piece of cake or a pie or some processed food, then you'll have nightmares, and then you're gonna gain weight or have a headache when you wake up. Yeah, so it's all about what you eat. I'm
Okay.
actually notorious for snacking at night, and I wake up and I've lost weight, lost fat. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get a handful of nuts, it's something that I tell my clients: either a handful of nuts or a scoop or two of peanut butter, healthy fats, great source of protein, and it doesn't weigh you down.
I like that grilled chicken breast.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yes,
I
sir.
never thought about that.
And I hadn't really
But
thought
I
about
try
this
not to eat after 7.
after 7. That's a good
Right.
time.
Yeah, I try to do that. What's the fasting? What do you call that, Gene?
So that you talking about after 7 o'clock? That would be what 18:06.
Yeah, so after 7, 7:30, and then I don't eat again until 9
Yeah,
In the
it's
morning.
about
in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 18. Well, no, it's about 12 then. So you're doing
12,
12
yeah.
hours where you have the opportunity to eat, and then 12
Hey,
hours. Gotcha.
Gene, question for you, because I know some people are thinking that you have to have, and I know I am guilty of not doing this, but that you should have three solid meals, a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner. But I was wondering your philosophy on that as a fitness person, because some people want you to have three solid meals, and then there are people that talk about what you just talked about, which is this notion of snacks, and that doesn't mean reaching for the candy jar. That means maybe get some nuts or something that is
Right.
more healthy,
Right,
like maybe
right.
even some oranges or
5, 6
apples or
meals,
something
small
like that.
meals, yeah.
But what are your thoughts
Right.
around this notion of definitely eating three solid meals a day, or is that something that is a necessity?
Well, so that's a very question. You could depends upon your metabolism for one. You definitely don't want to stuff yourself with three big meals a day. If you were to take three big meals and then split each of them into two, that would be better. Eating smaller meals or even snacking throughout the day and having one or two major meals. It allows your body to fully process what you've eaten, utilize the nutrients, extricate it, and then when you have a big meal, then you just get more of that. But when you eat three big meals, you bog your body down, and that's why again you have foods piled up in your digestive tract, which causes again diabetes and other illnesses. Um, so I would say smaller meals throughout the day and having snacks.
Well, I heard, I think it was a TikTok. Someone sent me, a friend of mine sent me a TikTok the other day about fasting every quarter, that you should fast every quarter for 12 days to allow your body to, uh,
Fully reset.
right, right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with
Okay.
that as well.
I might
So
do
Actually,
that
I
fasting
too.
too.
practice intermittent fasting. So actually, I don't eat for 18 hours a day. And I give myself about a 6 hour window to eat as much as I need to.
Okay.
And then when you do that, it actually allows your stomach to shrink, so you're not able to consume as much. So it's easier to not overindulge.
That's what I meant
Uh,
about 7 o'clock, the intermittent
yeah,
fasting. I forgot the word, but yeah,
Yeah,
I do
intermittent
that.
fasting. Yeah, I've
Yeah, I
heard
just
about that
started back
before.
doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a lot of people are doing that now and everything.
yeah.
What suggestions do you have? You mentioned something about exercising, so I know I can exercise even while I'm in the office and everything. But what
Right.
suggestions do you have for folks that are thinking about that they want to order fast food? We know a lot of people during the pandemic and even after the pandemic have been ordering DoorDash and Grubhub. So are there ways that we can get our food, maybe even quick food, but be healthy? So what are some of the ways that you are thinking that we should be going towards, or maybe ordering some better food?
Like this, Mark. This is your DoorDash now.
So you know what? I mean, there's some people who have to go that route. So what I would suggest, if you have the DoorDash, if you're going to order from a restaurant or something like that, order the best quality food,
Right.
high quality nutrients, lean protein, plenty of vegetables. Also, if you're going to order stuff, they have companies out there who do meal prep.
Right.
So they can bring
What?
you meals that, yeah, they do meal prep. They deliver it to your door.
What?
Yep.
Yeah. Full
So you can
meals.
already have like, yeah, you can have a stack of food already there for you. All you got to do is go heat it up, eat it. That's a 20-minute process. Yeah.
Okay. We gotta
You
talk,
get all
man.
the nutrients. Yeah, right. You got to, all your nutrients and vitamins and the thing that it's portioned as well. So that's another thing because, again, we all deal with, well, I know I'm a hungry,
Right,
hungry
right,
hippo.
right.
So I'll be
Hungry,
like
hungry
this
hippo. That's
on
right.
man, I'm telling you. But it gives you portions that are right for your body because the ones who do it correctly, they get they determine your macro need, depending upon the condition that you are in. Any health issues you may have, um, and any specificities. And then also they determine like if you're trying to build muscle, you should get about this much protein, or these they form it around you. And that's
Wow.
yeah, there are about two companies that I can think of, one locally and one that I just saw and did some research um,
That's
on a
powerful, bro.
commercial actually. Yeah,
That's powerful. So, but I know we got to pivot because we're almost out of time. But so when we do our wrap up coming up, and I think that's going to be in week 6 on physical health,
yeah,
maybe you can have some of those businesses that we can do those healthy eating from, and you can give us a few more exercises. But I think we would be doing the brothers, the men, an injustice if we leave here and we don't talk about point 8.
I was
I mean,
just looking at
I'm just
that.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Facts, big facts, brother, big
Just
facts. All right,
just real talk.
right. All right, so we're gonna scoot forward to point 8. Stay ready for sex. Yeah, you heard me. Yeah, stay ready for sex.
Wait a
Okay.
minute. You
All
said
right.
this wasn't an R-rated show when I brought it up last time, and now y'all are coming back to it.
Well, Mark, you done already kicked the door in, bro. I mean, the
That is
door's
true.
knocked out. We just walking in now.
Oh man, but okay. So when you're stressed out, not sleeping, or drinking too much, you can't get an erection on demand. And a man's ability to get and sustain an erection is a barometer for their overall health. Regular exercise, getting proper nutrition, and getting enough sleep are the best ways to ensure that you are a rock star in the bedroom. So exactly.
The rock
Oh,
star.
she's crashing, she's
The rock star.
crashing. Yeah. But so a lot of the foods that we eat, going back to point five, a lot of the
Yeah.
foods we eat cause uh, us to have poor circulation, and poor circulation leads to erectile dysfunction and things of that nature. So you gotta have those healthy fats. Nuts, salmon is great, avocado is great. Healthy fats help your body burn off negative fat. It
Right.
helps with blood flow. Exercise helps with blood flow, especially yoga, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. Y'all, can y'all hear me? Yogis make better lovers, and the reason why is because yoga practitioners are more flexible, so they got their hip action, and they can put that leg up there in a weird
Put that
place.
leg up.
I'm telling you, that circulation is going, and I'm telling you, brother,
Reach
you're gonna be
back.
on.
Woo.
Why? Why?
He's causing trouble again. There he goes, causing trouble. Causing
Come
trouble.
on, Mark. You kicked in the door, Mark.
I did. Kick in the door. I
We
kicked
were
in the door.
G-rated with kids could watch the show, and now you jump in here, kicked in the door.
Mark, you gotta spank it now. You gotta spank it, Mark. Come on, Mark.
Spank it.
Come on.
Spank
Spank, spank it one time. Spank. Spank.
Gotta do it.
Mark, you know that
Yeah.
felt good.
Oh,
You know that felt good. That released some endorphins. Now you're all excited.
well, you were talking about those whole notions of some foods that are good for you in that space, and there are some foods that are definitely
Ooh.
will enhance you, and some of those you just mentioned, and some people don't like them, but I've heard that avocados and others can actually be very good for your sex drive, and all along those lines, I've heard that there are a number of
Yeah.
good foods
Healthy
that can help
fat.
with that sex drive.
Yeah, so I can
Healthy
eat up my
fat.
guacamole.
There you go. Eat it up and eat it up and eat it up and beat it up. All right, so check it. So I know we gotta go. I'm gonna give y'all some herbs. I'm gonna give y'all some herbs and supplements real quick that will
Okay.
help not only in circulation for sex, but building lean muscle mass all over. I got some here for you to look at. Okay. So one of my favorites is maca root. Can you see that? Probably cannot. Can
Macaroon.
you see it?
I see it.
Okay. Yes. So maca root helps with uh, circulation, helps you build muscle, also helps with reproductive uh, organs. The name says it all.
Goat weed.
Horny goat
Goat.
weed.
Then bringing
Horny
out
goat
the
weed.
goat weed. Boy, we didn't change the rating of the show.
Again, helps with circulation, helps with building a quality erection that sustains.
That's real
You know,
talk.
you might grow some extra inches. I'm just saying.
That's real talk.
All right. So this one is a combination. Where we go? So Asian men,
Yeah.
Okay.
that way.
Is that a vitamin or something? What is that?
So it's actually a combination of two essential protein precursors. It's L-arginine and
Oh,
L-citrulline.
okay. I know
And
about
what they
those.
yeah, right. So what they do is they help circulation. They help rush blood to your nerves and into your muscles, so they go faster. And again, circulation is the thing. Exactly. So it's not water. See, like anyway, yeah. Mhm.
It's like it's
Causing
like
them problems.
hello.
Right,
Hello.
right, exactly. Hey, how you doing?
Swinging in the
So
wind,
check it.
baby.
I'm telling you. So you want to combine the citrulline and the arginine with zinc,
Zinc.
Oh.
and what that does is it turns the citrulline into arginine, and you have it. So it would what's the term for it? It enhances the action of the arginine and citrulline. Okay.
Oh, like on steroids,
Exactly.
but it's
So
natural.
you can use right. So you can use this for the gym. And you can use it for the bedroom. I mean, the bedroom is the gym if you're doing it right.
Right.
Right, that is the gym. But
Ain't no
some people
better
might be trying to
exercise,
get,
bro.
but some people might be trying to get hurt in that whole bedroom action because you got some gentlemen, including some in my
You
age, that
exercise.
think that they can still swing from the chandeliers. They know good and well they can't do those chandelier stunts anymore.
Well,
Do
in the
some yoga.
recap, we'll talk about
Do
some
yoga
stretching.
first. Do
Yeah.
yoga first. Do yoga first. Then take your herbs and your vitamins. Give it about an hour, hour and a half. Then make out with it and see what happens. I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
All's in trouble again. And by the way, Coach J, you don't have to worry because we have a show on the network that is aired late night after the gentleman is out, but it is a debate show and it is literally called Naked at Night because the gentleman is getting painted when he's semi-nude. He's never totally nude, but they are talking about having a woman come on that show. But that show is aired late night on Pod TV, and we've also got a show every Wednesday afternoon that is around this whole notion of weed. So you mentioned weed, and they talk about that other weed and everything. So yeah, that one. So yes, the network has some liberals and it has some conservatives. So we have
Okay.
interesting shows of all sorts on here. So,
Okay. So we
yeah,
kind of
So we
fall
get
right
in
down
there.
in the middle there.
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
all
Right
right.
in the middle. Love
Hey,
it.
all
Hey,
all that stuff you got before we close out and everything, will all those of minerals and all that yoga and everything. I just got one question for you. Will it help them sing? Because we know we're going to go out with your song again. So will they learn to sing better if they do these lovely kind of combination of the minerals and the vegetables and eating better and doing better exercise? Will they learn to sing like Gene Williams?
I would be lying if I said yes. The answer is absolutely not unless you have those skills already.
Yeah.
Maybe
But
voice lessons. Voice
but
lessons. Right.
what
But
we will do in the recap, he can put together a list of these spices and these herbs, exercises and stretches. We'll make that more of a priority in the recap so that men out there, you get all these nuggets. Gene
right.
gonna share. This is secret sauce.
Right. Exactly. I'm
Secret
telling
sauce. That's in week 6. Y'all gotta come back for week 6.
Got to
you.
come
Yep.
back
Secret
in week
sauce.
6. And this was a pre-record, but even in pre-record, sometimes people find a way to sneak in. Since I did pre-record it to our YouTube or to the Pod TV YouTube. So that being said, we'll say hello to Miss Lisa Baxter, who was saying hello to us and all
Hey,
along those
how
lines.
you
And she was also saying you got jokes and the best quality food, Hello Fresh, and also said
doing?
that sharing is caring, health is wealth. So that's what
Yes,
he said.
yes, it is. Thank you,
Very true.
Lisa.
Very true. Yeah. Thank you for coming through, Lisa. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah.
Cool.
We got. I mean, all right. Last thing, we're gonna get out of here. Prioritize self care.
Yeah.
Like we started off with the show, and we're gonna capstone with it. If you don't take care of yourself, if you don't fill up your vessel, then you cannot give in a healthy manner to others.
Right.
So fill yourself up so you can give quality to the people in your life and in your sphere of influence. All right, so let's end it there. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
this
love
is
that,
good.
Tony.
Prioritize self care.
Self-care,
Yeah.
like you just said, it's all about that health. You were talking about physical health, and we talked about emotional health, and we talked about mental health, and to some degree, we talked about spiritual health, and that's kind
Yeah.
of the health that everybody needs in their life and everything. So if you got those 4 things going, you're probably going to lead a better life. And Gene just showed us how we can get some better physical health. Means I got to go. Maybe I'll jog down to the bus stop instead of going to walk down the bus stop, since I got to get ready to catch that bus very shortly. So maybe I'll just go down. It's only about less than a 200-meter or 200-yard dash, but maybe I'll just go down there
Just,
and not be
just
trying to
stretch a
run
little
the
bit
bus.
first.
Huh?
Right.
Stretch a
There you
little
go.
bit
Stretch
first.
first.
Yeah, make the run.
Take a run.
Right.
Maybe that's what I do.
There you
And not be
go.
running for the bus, because I've done that. That's no fun, because the bus
Yeah.
be going
Right.
by you, and you try to catch it. It is like that sprint that you don't want to make.
Well, man, I'm excited. I learned so much today. I appreciate Gene so much for sharing and breaking down, not only uh nutrition, but he broke down, mental health, he broke down sexual health, he broke down sleep, we talked about food, we talked about going to the doctor. We'll have more of this in week
Oh yeah.
6 when we recap physical health in men. So, man, what another powerful show, bro. I appreciate you,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Appreciate
Y'all
you.
did a
Thank
great
you.
job.
Thank
Another
both of
powerful
y'all.
show. I just want to know the dog exercise, since you're the owner of Premier
Yes.
Fitness, the dog exercise too.
Yeah, she exercises on my nerves.
Bro,
Understood.
Now she does exercise. I make sure that they get their exercise too.
Cool. Well, on that note, I know we went out with it last week. It was a great song. I think it's another one to go out with this time, since it did deal
I'm
with
down.
mental health and all
I'm
along
down.
those lines. So let's hear this new song that is Gene's song and go out this way. And I know Gene will be back on Sunday, but we'll be back next Saturday at our regularly scheduled time for the regular show and all along those lines. But right now, let's get on out of here with this great, powerful song.
Unbreakable Souls.
Unbreakable Souls, your boy, Coach G.
And Gene Williams here. And Mark Lee. You know, he's a regular here.
Yeah, glad to pop in. Glad to help y'all out. Let's get on out of here.
All right. Peace and love.
The police took another life. Gunshots rang out, even though he had his hands held high. Yo, I'm sick and tired to walk my brother's short lines. Need to come together, set a plan, and then mobilize. Oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about all the hell that we're going through? God stand up, shout out into the walls of Babel on the feet. Stand up, come on y'all, and let's make some history. Stand up, rise up and know you ain't gotta follow, you can lead. Stand up y'all, we can do this, you and me. Monsanto monopolized the whole grocery line. So we all gon' have 12 toes, 3 thumbs, 3 lives. If we keep being sheep, these wolves are gon' rob us blind. Let's occupy our mind space, cause the revolution won't be televised. Oh, what are we gon' do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about all the hell that we're going through? God stand up, shout out into the walls of Babel on the feet. Stand up, y'all, we can do this, you and me. Stand up, rise up and know you ain't gotta follow, you can lead. Stand up, y'all, we can do this, you and me. Oh, mercy, mercy me. The government should nurture your sympathy. When will all these wars be done? Hopefully before another moment at the morning. Yeah. Before another mother has a morning person. Shout out into the walls of Babel on the feet. Stand up, come on y'all, and let's make some history. Stand up, rise up and know you ain't gotta follow, you can lead. Stand up y'all, we can do this, you and me. Stand up, shout out into the walls of Babel on the feet. Stand up, come on y'all, and let's make some history. Stand up, rise up and know you ain't gotta follow, you can lead. Stand up y'all, we can do